Okay. Now let us study the structure and function of the human digestive system. My dear students, already I told you that how the carbohydrates, that is polysaccharides, gets converted into monosaccharides, and proteins gets converted into amino acids, and lipids gets converted to monoglycerides. I told you about this simple manner. Okay. Now, if you want to study how actually carbohydrates gets converted into monosaccharides, how proteins gets converted into amino acids, and how lipids gets converted into glycerides, if you want to study this in detail, you should have the knowledge about structure of the human digestive system. Okay. Now see here, human digestive system, it is made up of two units. Human digestive system is made up of two units. ಮಾನವನ ಜೀರ್ಣಾಂಗ ವಿಭಾಗ ಎರಡು ಘಟಕಗಳಿಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದೆ. First one is alimentary canal. Alimentary canal. Alimentary canal. And second unit is digestive glands. Digestive glands. Getting clear? In this way, human digestive system mainly consists of two ghatakagal, two units. First one is alimentary canal. Second one is digestive glands. Now the question is, what do you mean by alimentary canal? I have already told you, it is a long tube. It is a tube-like structure beginning with mouth cavity, ending with anus. That's why alimentary canal is defined as it is a long tube which begins with mouth cavity and ends at anus. And this alimentary canal consists of mouth cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. In this way, alimentary canal consists of mouth cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. Okay, that means throughout the length of the alimentary canal, these organs are present. In this way, this alimentary canal is made up of mouth cavity, and pharynx, and esophagus, stomach, large intestine, small intestine, and large intestine. These are the organs present throughout the length of the alimentary canal. Getting there again? Now, digestive glands means what? Digestive glands means these are the tube-like structures which are associated with the digestive system, and they are going to secrete a juice which are containing enzymes. With the help of those enzymes, whatever the food that we take, that is going to be digested. That's why digestive glands means these are the tube-like structures whose secretion help in digestion. Getting the idea? That means these are the tube-like structures which are associated with the digestive system. What is their function? They secrete a juice, and those juices are containing enzymes which act on the food and digestion. In this way, whatever the juice secreted by these glands, that is helpful for your digestion of food. That's why digestive glands, these are the tube-like structures associated with the human digestive system whose secretion help in digestion. What are those? See here, salivary glands, which are present in mouth cavity, gastric glands, which are present in stomach, intestinal glands, which are present in small intestine only, liver, this one is liver, and last one is pancreas. This one is the pancreas. These are the digestive glands. All these glands are going to secrete a juice, and those juices are containing enzymes, and those enzymes act on the food and digestion and convert them from complex form to simplest form. That's why digestive glands are nothing but these are the glands whose secretion help in digestion. What are those glands? Salivary glands, which are present in mouth cavity, gastric glands, which are present in stomach, intestinal glands, which are present only in small intestine, liver and pancreas. They are independent glands. In this way, human digestive system is made up of these two units. They are alimentary canal, digestive glands. What do you mean by alimentary canal? It is a long tube beginning with mouth and ending with anus. The organs in a sequence contains mouth cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. What do you mean by digestive glands? These are the tube-like structures associated with the digestive system of man, whose secretion help in digestion. That is the idea. And what are those? Salivary glands, which are present in mouth cavity, gastric glands, which are present in stomach, intestinal glands, which are present in small intestine, liver and pancreas. All these 5 types of glands are going to secrete juices, and those juices are containing many enzymes, and those enzymes act on the food and convert them into simple molecules. When the complex form of food gets converted to simple form, then that simple form of food is going to be absorbed into the blood, and with the help of blood, that food is carried to all our body tissues. This is the completion of digestion. Now let us study how these organs are working. If you want to study how these organs work, first you have the knowledge about the structure of different organs. Now let us study what is mouth cavity, what it contains, what is pharynx, what it contains, what is esophagus, what is stomach, what is small intestine, what is large intestine, and what they are going to constitute. That we are going to study in this topic in detail. Okay? Now see here, first part of the alimentary is mouth cavity. See here, what do you mean by mouth cavity? This is the first part of the alimentary canal. This is the mouth cavity. This is the first part of the alimentary canal. It is bounded by cheeks and the candicle at the sides, upper lip and lower lip at front. Okay. ಈ ಬಾಯಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಕೆನಾಲ್ನ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಭಾಗವಾಗಿದ್ದು ಇದು ಕೆನ್ನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಮೇಲ್ತುಟಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ ತುಟಿಗಳಿಂದ ಆವೃತವಾಗಿದೆ. ಹೌದಾ? Mouth cavity, it is the first part of the alimentary canal, which is bounded by cheeks at the sides, upper lip and lower lip at front. Okay. Next, the roof of mouth cavity by a male bhagakke. The roof of mouth cavity is called as palate. This palate is differentiated into anterior hard palate, posterior soft palate. ನೀವು ನಾಲ್ಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹಿಂದೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಸಂಸ್ಕರಿಸ್ರಿ, ಹಿಂದಗಡೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ರಫ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಅದಾಗ ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಆಗ್ತದ, ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ನಾಲ್ಗೆಯನ್ನು ಮೇಲ್ದಬ್ಬಿ ನಾಲ್ಗೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗ್ರಿ, ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಮುಂದೆ ತಂಬರ್ರಿ, ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಪೋಸ್ಟೀರಿಯರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮುಂದಿನ ಇಂಟೀರಿಯರ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಇಂಟೀರಿಯರ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾಲೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಐತೆ. posterior soft palate ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ soft. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ the roof of mouth cavity is called as palate. Palate is differentiated into anterior hard palate, posterior soft palate. So, okay, ಮೇಲ್ಭಾಗ. ಇನ್ನ ಬಾಯಿಯ ಕೆಳಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೆಳಭಾಗ. The floor of the mouth cavity is provided with thick, muscular, movable sense organ, which is called as tongue. ಹೌದಾ? ಬಾಯಿಯ ಕೆಳಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ದಪ್ಪನೆ, ಥಿಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಪ್ಪನೆ, ಮೂವೇಬಲ್ ಚಲಿಸತಕ್ಕಂಥ, ಮಸ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ನಾಯುವಿನಿಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಇದೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಉಪ್ಪು ಹುಳಿ ಖಾರ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಆ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಟಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. The floor of the mouth cavity is provided with thick, movable, muscular sense organ, which is called as tongue. ಓಕೆ, ಇದಷ್ಟೇ. ಇದಲ್ಲದೆ ಮತ್ತೇನಿದೆ? ಒಸಡು ಮತ್ತು ಹಲ್ಲುಗಳದ. ಗಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಸಡು, ಟೀತ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಲ್ಲು. The mouth cavity is also provided with teeth and gum. Okay, this is about mouth cavity. One more thing, ಈ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಲೆಟ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟೀರಿಯರ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಬಾಲ್ ಐತಿ, ಬಾಯಿ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಒಂದು ಬಾಲ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಲಿಗೆ ಐತಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಉಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರ the soft palate posteriorly produces a small outgrowth, small projection, that is called what? Ulva. This is about mouth cavity. ಹೌದಾ? ಹಂಗಾರ ಮೌತ್ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ ಏನೇನಿದೆ? it is the first part of the alimentary canal. ಇದು alimentary canal ದ ಮೊದಲ ಭಾಗ. It is bounded by cheeks at the sides, upper lip and lower lip at front. The roof of mouth cavity is called as palate. Palate is differentiated into anterior hard palate, posterior soft palate. The soft palate posteriorly produces a small projection, which is called as tongue. Okay, which is called as ulva. Okay, gamana irli. Okay, ulva andra the soft palate produces a small projection, outgrowth, that is called what? Ulva. The floor of the mouth cavity is provided with thick, movable, muscular sense organ, which is called as tongue. The mouth cavity is also provided with teeth and gum. hallu ಮತ್ತು ವಸ್ತುವನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. And also one more thing you should remember, there are different types of teeth are found in the mouth cavity. Okay, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಹಲ್ಲುಗಳು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿವೆ? The arrangement of teeth on the jaws, ದವಡೆಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಲ್ಲುಗಳು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಿತವಾಗಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ಯಾವ. ಈ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ದವಡೆಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಲ್ಲುಗಳು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಿತವಾಗಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಡೆಂಟಿಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಂಟಿಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಡೆಂಟಿಷನ್? ಡೆಂಟಿಷನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ see here, arrangement of teeth on the jaws. Arrangement of teeth. Arrangement of teeth on the jaws. Arrangement of teeth on the jaws is called as dentition. ಈ ಡೆಂಟಿಷನ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಡೆಂಟಿಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ human dentition. Human dentition is described as number 1 decodent, number 2 heterodont, and number 3 dipyodont. See, human dentition is described as decodent, heterodont, dipyodont. What do you mean by decodent? Teeth are located in bony sockets. This condition is called as decodent. ಮಾನವನ ಹಲ್ಲುಗಳು ಬೋನ್ ನಿಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹೋಲ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಬೋನಿ ಸೊಕೇಶ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎಲುಬಿನಿಂದ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹೋಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಡಿಕೋಡೆಂಟ್. ಈ ಹಲ್ಲುಗಳ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಡಿಕೋಡೆಂಟ್. Human teeth are located in bony sockets. This condition is called as decoded. Heterodont. Hetero ಅಂದ್ರೆ different. ವಿವಿಧ ರೀತಿಯ. Dont ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಲ್ಲುಗಳು. Heterodont ಅಂದ್ರೆ mouth cavity contains 4 different types of teeth. ಮಾನವನ ಬಾಯಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 4 ರೀತಿಯ ಹಲ್ಲುಗಳು ಇವೆ. ಈ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ಹೆಟೆರೋಡಂಟ್ ಎನ್ನುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಹೆಟೆರೋಡಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ in mouth cavity there are 4 different types of teeth are found. This condition is called heterodont. What are those 4 types? Incisors, canines, molars and premolars. Getting the idea? Notice. In this way, in mouth cavity there are 4 different types of teeth are found. They are incisors, canines, molars and premolars. This condition is called what? Heterodont. Now, what do you mean by dipyodont? Here, in the life of man, ಮಾನವ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ 2 sets of teeth are found. 2 types of bodies, sets and set. Okay? In the life of man, 2 sets of teeth are found. ಮಾನವನ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ 2 ರೀತಿಯ ಹಲ್ಲಿನ ಸೆಟ್ಗಳು ಇರುತ್ತವೆ. ಒಂದು milk set, and the other one is permanent set. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇನ್ನು 6 ಅಥವಾ 7ನೇ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಹಲ್ಲು ಬೀಳಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಬೀಳೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಏನಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಅವು ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಸೆಟ್. ಹಲ್ಲು ಬಿದ್ದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಹುಡ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಅವು ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಟ್. ಇವು ಬೀಳೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ 20 ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಬಿದ್ದು ಹುಡ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಅವು 32 ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಂದ್ರೆ in the life of man 2 sets of teeth are found. They are milk set that appears at the early age of life. Another one is permanent set that appears at the adult age. Milk set are 20 in number, permanent set are 32 in all. In this way, in the life of man, 2 sets of teeth are found. This condition is called as dipyodont. Getting the idea? And second one is pharynx. What do you mean by pharynx? See here, pharynx is also a small muscular organ. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಕೂಡ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾದ ಸ್ನಾಯುಗಳಿಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಒಂದು ಅಂಗ. It forms, ಇದು ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡುತ್ತದೆ ಏನನ್ನ? ಕಾಮನ್ ಪ್ಯಾಸೇಜ್, ಮಾರ್ಗ. ಪ್ಯಾಸೇಜ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾರ್ಗ. ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಫುಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಏರ್, ಆಹಾರ ಮತ್ತು ಗಾಳಿಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಗವನ್ನು ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವುದು? ಫ್ಯಾರಿಂಕ್ಸ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫ್ಯಾರಿಂಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಫ್ಯಾರಿಂಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗಂಟಲು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಸ್ನಾಯುಗಳಿಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಆರ್ಗನ್. ಇದು ಆಹಾರ ಮತ್ತು ಗಾಳಿಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಗವನ್ನು ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗನ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಫ್ಯಾರಿಂಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ? It is a small muscular organ which forms common passage for both food and air. Okay, and this pharynx opens into the annanala, opens into the esophagus through an opening. That opening is called what? Fauces ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಈ pharynx ಅನ್ನನಾಳದೊಳಗ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಹೆಂಗೆ? ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ. ಆ ಹೋಲ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಕರಿತೇವೆ? ಫೌಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಫೌಸಿಸ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಸಿಟಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್. ಫೌಸಿಸ್. Getting the idea? What do you mean by fauces? The pharynx opens into the esophagus through an opening, through a hole. That is called what? Fauces. Okay, getting the idea? In mouth cavity, there are no digestive glands are there. Okay. Now, next part is esophagus. Next part is, third one is esophagus. What do you mean by esophagus? ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅನ್ನನಾಳ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. esophagus ಅಂತ ಏನು? It is a long tube. ಇದು ಉದ್ದನೆಯ ಒಂದು ಪೈಪ್, ಟ್ಯೂಬ್, ನಾಳ. Of about 25 cm in length. ಇದರ ಉದ್ದ 25 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. it forms, ಇದು ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡುತ್ತದೆ common ಮಾರ್ಗ, common passage only for food but not air. ಇದು ಆಹಾರವನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ತನ್ನ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಹಾದು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡ್ತದ, ಗಾಳಿಯನ್ನು ಬಿಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಗಂಟಲ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಗಾಳಿ ಹೋಯ್ತು, ಆಹಾರ ಹೋಯ್ತು. ಆಹಾರ ಅನ್ನನಾಳ ಬಂತು, ಗಾಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಯ್ತು, ಗಾಳಿ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತು. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೋಯ್ತು? ನಾವು ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಕಲಿಯೋದು. Okay, now what is the definition of esophagus? It is a long tube of about 25 centimeter in length. It forms common passage only for food but not for air. Here also there are no digestive glands, hence there is no digestion of food takes place inside the esophagus. ಇಲ್ಲಿ one more thing ನೆನಪಿಡಬೇಕು, ನೀವು ಗಂಟಲ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಆಹಾರವನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಆಹಾರ ಗಂಟಲಿಂದ ಅನ್ನನಾಳ ಪ್ರವೇಶಿಸಿದಾಗ the esophagus also show the wave-like motion like this, and that wave-like motion, because of that wave-like motion, the food travels down and enters into the stomach. That wave-like motion of the esophagus is known as peristaltic movements ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರ? peristaltic movement ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. What do you mean by peristaltic movements? Where it occurs ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. The wave-like motion of the esophagus is known as peristaltic movements. It occurs in the esophagus. ಆ movements ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಫುಡ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದು ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸೇರುತ್ತೆ. This is about esophagus. And next part is stomach. Third part is stomach. Sorry, fourth part is stomach. What do you mean by stomach? ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. This is the stomach. ಇದು ಲೆಟರ್ J ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಸ್ನಾಯುಗಳಿಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜೆ ಆಕಾರದ ಒಂದು ಅಂಗ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಗಳು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಇದ್ದು ಪೆಪ್ಟೋನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪೆಪ್ಟೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದು ಪೆಪ್ಟೋನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪೆಪ್ಟೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಅದು ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, what is the definition of stomach? Stomach is a muscular, ಸ್ನಾಯುಗಳಿಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ J-shaped, J ಆಕಾರದ organ, ಅಂಗ. Where ಎಲ್ಲಿ partial digestion of proteins takes place, ಅರ್ಧಂಬರ್ಧ digestion of proteins takes place. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಹಂಗಾರ what is the definition of stomach? Stomach is a muscular J-shaped organ where incomplete digestion of proteins takes place, where partial digestion of proteins takes place. Okay, and one more thing you should remember, stomach ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನೇನು ಐತಿ? See, I will expand the stomach here. This is the stomach. This is the stomach. Getting the idea? Here is stomach. Stomach internally lined by a thin membrane. Stomach ಒಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ತಿಳುವಾದ ಪದರ ಐತಿ. Internally, stomach is lined by a thin membrane, and this thin membrane is called what? This thin membrane is called what? Mucous membrane ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Mucous membrane ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Mucous membrane. See here, internally stomach is lined by a thin membrane that is called what? Mucous membrane. Why it is so called? Because this membrane is going to secrete a fat content liquid. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು mucus ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಫ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಗ್ಲಿಪರಿ, ಒಂದು ಲಾಳಿ ಪದಾರ್ಥವನ್ನ ಇದು ಸೆಕ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಮ್ಯೂಕಸ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮ್ಯೂಕಸ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Getting the idea? This membrane is going to secrete a mucus which is made up of fat. Getting the idea? That's why this membrane is called what? Mucous membrane ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಆ ಮ್ಯೂಕಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ. Okay, and also you must remember this mucous membrane shows a small infoldings like this here and there. Mucous membrane ಒಳಗಡೆ ಈಗ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇನ್ಫೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವ, and these infoldings are called what? Rugae ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Rugae. Getting the idea? What do you mean by rugae? the mucous membrane present inside the stomach shows small enfoldings here and there. Those enfoldings are called what? Rugae. Okay. On the surface of this mucous membrane, there are many small tube-like structures are there. Mucous membrane ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ there are many small tube-like structures are there. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲಾ tube-like structure ಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Gastric glands ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಕಟ್ಟಿದೆಯಾ? ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ mucous membrane ಮೇಲ್ಮೈ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ small tube-like structures are, and these tube-like structures are called what? Gastric glands ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Gastric glands ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Getting the idea? On the surface of the mucous membrane, there are many small tube-like structures are there. Those tube-like structures are called what? Gastric glands. What is their function? Gastric glands secrete a juice. ಇವೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ ಈ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಒಂದು ರಸವನ್ನು ಸ್ರವಿಸ್ತಾವ, and this rasa is called what? Gastric juice ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Getting the idea? The gastric glands secrete a juice. That juice is called what? Gastric juice. That gastric juice contains HCl, hydrochloric acid, and two protein digesting enzymes, that is pepsin and ghrelin. Getting it? We will study in later classes what the gastric juice contains. Just remember like this. Okay. Now, the one more important thing is, in order to prevent the backflow of food, there is a wall in between the esophagus and stomach. Before that, I want to tell you that this portion of the stomach is called what? Cardiac stomach. Cardiac stomach. And this portion is called what? Fundus. Fundus. And this portion is called what? Body of the stomach. And this portion is called what? Pyloric stomach. Pyloric stomach. Andre stomach is divisible into four regions. First one is cardiac stomach. Second one is fundus. Fundus. Third one is body of the stomach. Fourth one is pyloric stomach. In this way, stomach is divisible into four regions: cardiac, fundus, body, and pyloric stomach. In between cardiac stomach and esophagus, there is a wall. It prevents the backflow of food from stomach to esophagus. This wall is called what? Cardiac wall. Cardiac wall. Okay, and there is one more wall in between the pyloric stomach and duodenum. Duodenum ಮತ್ತು pyloric stomach ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು wall ಐತಿ. It prevents the backflow of food from duodenum to stomach, and this wall is called what? Pyloric wall. Pyloric wall. And this is about stomach. Now let me repeat it again. Stomach, it is a muscular J-shaped organ where partial digestion of food takes place. Internally, stomach is lined by a membrane called as mucous membrane, which secretes mucus. Mucous membrane shows small enfoldings, those are called as rugae. On the surface of the mucous membrane, there are many tube-like structures out there which are called as gastric glands. The main function of the gastric glands is to secrete a juice called as gastric juice. Gastric juice contains hydrochloric acid and two protein digesting enzymes, they are pepsin and ghrelin. Okay. And stomach is divisible into four regions. They are cardiac stomach, fundus, body of the stomach, pyloric stomach. And there is a wall, uchara, in between esophagus and cardiac stomach. It prevents the backflow of food from stomach to esophagus, and this wall is called what? Cardiac wall. There is one more wall in between the duodenum and pyloric stomach, which prevents the backflow of food from duodenum to stomach, and this wall is called what? Pyloric wall. Here, very important thing is, in stomach, what happens? Partial digestion of proteins takes place. It is very important. In stomach, there is no carbohydrate digestion, there is no lipid digestion. Fine, I will tell you in the later classes. Getting the idea? Okay, note down. Okay, now the next part is 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth part is small intestine. Small intestine. Okay, my dear students, this is the small intestine. ಈ ಪೈಲೋರಿ ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ವಾಟ್? ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಲಾಂಗ್ ಇದೆ, ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಇದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಹೈಲಿ ಕಾಯಿಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಮಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ, ಫುಲ್ ಕಾಯಿಲಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ರೀತಿಯ ಫುಡ್ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರೋಟೀನು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ, ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಲಿಪಿಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಉದ್ದನೆಯ ಹೈಲಿ ಕಾಯಿಲ್ಡ್, ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಕಾಯಿಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್, ತೆಳುವಾದ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್, ತಪ್ಪಿಲ್ಲ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಹೌದಾ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಲಾಂಗ್ highly coiled narrow tube where all type of foods are going to be digested completely. This is the definition of small intestine. ಇದು ಉದ್ದನೆಯ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಮಡಿಸಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ರೀತಿಯ ಫುಡ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಲಾಂಗ್ highly coiled narrow tube like structure where all type of food is going to be digested completely. See here, the small intestine also internally lined by a membrane which secretes mucus. That membrane is called what? Mucus membrane. ಅರ್ಥಾಯ್ತಾ? ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕೂಡ ಮ್ಯೂಕಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂತ ಒಂದು ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಇದೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ವಾಟ್? ಮ್ಯೂಕಸ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಇದೆ. ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂಗ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಫೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚಕ್ರಾಕಾರದ ಫೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ, ತಿರುಗಿ ಹಿಂಗ್ ತಿರುಗಿದಾಗ ಫೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ? ರೌಂಡ್ ರೌಂಡ್ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ಹಂಗ ಫೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವ ಕ್ಲೈಸಿಯಾ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ the mucous membrane of the small intestine shows circular shaped infoldings. Those circular shaped infoldings are called what? Clycia circularis ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ದ ಮ್ಯೂಕಸ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ವು, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ the mucous membrane of the small intestine is showing many tube-like structures. Those tube-like structures are called what? Intestinal glands. And those intestinal glands secrete a rasa, secrete a juice. That juice is called what? Intestinal juice. And that intestinal juice is containing many enzymes. And these enzymes act on the food and convert them into simple molecules. That's all. And one more thing important to write or read. ಇದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಇದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್, ಇದು ಮ್ಯೂಕಸ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಮ್ಯೂಕಸ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಚಕ್ರಾಕಾರದ ಇನ್ಫೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಲೈಸಿಯಾ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಹೌದಾ? ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು, ಆನ್ ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮ್ಯೂಕಸ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಹೇರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. ಈಗ ಕೂದಲ ಆಕಾರದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್, ಕೂದಲ ಆಕಾರದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವ. And these structures are called what? Villi and microvilli. ಇವಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರ villi ಅಂತ. ಇವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ? They absorb the nutrients present in the digested food. ಫುಡ್ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರೈಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೊನೋಸೈಕ್ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ, ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ, ಫ್ಯಾಟಿ ಆಸಿಡ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಹೀರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ ಈ ವಿಲ್ಲೈಗಳು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮ್ಯೂಕಸ್ membrane there are minute hair like structures are there. Those are called as villi. Villi helps in absorption of nutrients from the digested food, and those nutrients are transported to the blood. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? through biological membranes. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು? ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ ಫುಡ್ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮೊನೊಸೆಕ್ರೈಡ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಫ್ರಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ಗ್ಯಾಲಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಫ್ಯಾಟಿ ಆಸಿಡ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಹೀರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದಲ್ಲದೆ ದೇ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾನು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ CET and 1 mark questions. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? and this is about small intestine. ನೋಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. It is a long, highly coiled muscular tube where all type of food is going to be digested completely. Internally, it is lined by a thin membrane which is called as mucous membrane. Mucous membrane shows circular infoldings, those are called as flexia circularis. On the surface of the mucous membrane, there are many tube-like structures are there which are called as intestinal glands, and their main function is to secrete a juice that is called what? Intestinal juice. ಹೌದಾ? ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನಲ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. And also on the surface of the mucous membrane of the small intestine, there are many hair-like structures are there, those are called as villi, which increase the surface area and also which help in absorption of nutrients from the digestive tract. This is the main function of the villi. Okay? And one more thing you should remember, small intestine is divisible into 3 regions. Notice, ಈ ಪೈಲೋರಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಂಡು 25 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಉದ್ದದ ಈ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಗೆ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಡಿಯೋಡೆನಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಡಿಯೋಡೆನಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇದೆಷ್ಟು 25 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಇದೆ, 25 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್. ಇನ್ನು ಡಿಯೋಡೆನಮ್ ಎಂಡ್ದಿಂದ 2.5 ಮೀಟರ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಜೆಜುನಮ್ ಅಂತ. ಜೆಜುನಮ್ ಇದೆಷ್ಟೈತಿ 2.5 ಮೀಟರ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಜೆಜುನಮ್ ಎಂಡ್ದಿಂದ 3.6 ಮೀಟರ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಐಲಿಯಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಇದೆಷ್ಟೈತಿ 3.6 ಮೀಟರ್. In this way, small intestine is divisible into 3 regions. They are duodenum, jejunum, ileum. Duodenum is 25 centimeter length, jejunum is 2.5 meter length, ileum is 3.6 meter length. Then yaake in get madadana later class alli heltane. Okay, this is about small intestine. Okay, large intestine. Okay, what is large intestine? Notice it. Small intestine ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಲಾಂಗ್ ವೈಡ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಐತಿ. ಈ ಲಾಂಗ್ ವೈಡ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಗೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಕರಿತೇವೆ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಫುಡ್ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ? Large intestine, it is the last part of the alimentary canal. It is a long, wide, tube-like structure where there is no digestion of food but absorption of food takes place. It is the idea. And this is large intestine is divisible into 3 regions. Large intestine is divisible into 3 regions. Caesium, colon and rectum. Caesium, colon and rectum. What do you mean by caesium? This is the caesium. In caesium ಅಂದ್ರೆ small intestine, large intestine ಅನ್ನ ಏನು ಕೂಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, that part of the large intestine is called what? Caesium. The region of the large intestine where small intestine connects, that region is called what? Caesium. The caesium shows a small outgrowth which is called as appendix. ಇದು ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವೆಸ್ಟಿಜಿಯಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ವೆಸ್ಟಿಜಿಯಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ as vestigial organs. Here appendix is called as vestigial organ. Why it is so called? Because it is non-functional. That's why it is called as vestigial organ. And this is called what? Colon. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ colon ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಫುಡ್ ಬಾಯಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಗಂಟಲು ಬಂತು ಅನ್ನನಾಳ ಜಠರ ಸಣ್ಣ ಕರಳು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕರಳು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫುಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಫುಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ this portion of the colon is called what ascending colon it transverse of the food ಅದಕ್ಕೆ transverse colon ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಇರ್ತದ ಫುಡ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ descending colon ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿ S shape curve ಇದೆ S shape curve ಈ S shape curve ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ large and this S shaped curve of the colon is known as sigmoid colon ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ sigmoid colon ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ okay and the last part this one is rectum rectum ಅಂದ್ರೆ this is the small tube like structure of about 20 cm length where undigested food is stored temporarily okay and this rectum opens outside through an opening this opening is called what anus mudadwar this is about large intestine getting the idea so this is about alimentary canal ಈಗ ನಾವು alimentary canal ಅನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸಿದ್ವಿ in the next class ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ digestive glands ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡೋಣ okay